LeBron James just played his first ever game against Victor Wembanyama. And honestly, guys, this is one of the most meaningful games that we've ever seen. The Lakers actually lost, and the Spurs were on a 16-game losing streak before this, so winning against the Lakers is pretty damn crazy. But nonetheless, the GOAT of the league, LeBron, he's better than Michael Jordan all time, easily. He's the best player of all time. And the future GOAT of the league, Victor Wembanyama, who is literally the most highly scouted draft prospect since LeBron himself, just played against each other. LeBron went absolutely off tonight with 24 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. But this valiant effort still couldn't beat the Spurs. And Victor didn't have a great game. 13 points and 11 boards. But nevertheless, guys, this is one of the craziest things that I've ever seen. I never thought that I would see a 7'6" guy running on the court against LeBron James in 2023. I mean, LeBron's sustained dominance has just been something out of the history books. But let's talk about why the Lakers lost this game. And that's because AD wasn't playing. Now, Anthony Davis has literally been one of the best contributors in the entire league for his entire career. However, he is just flamed by fans all the time because he always gets injured. And honestly, yeah, guys, being injured all the time is a problem. But that doesn't take away from his greatness, because Anthony Davis sat tonight's game out with some soreness, and guess what happened? The Lakers lost to one of the worst teams in the entire league. Isn't that crazy? Anthony Davis is more valuable than LeBron James nowadays, which is pretty crazy because they're both top 15 on the MVP list. In fact, LeBron is currently number 9 on the NBA most valuable player list, which is just absolutely crazy considering that he won his first MVP award more than a decade back. He started playing more than 2 decades back. He's been absolutely dominant this entire time. Now, on the Spurs side of things, you have Victor Wembanyama, who is one of the frontrunners to honestly win Rookie of the Year. I would not doubt in the slightest if he wins it, because he's just the best option. Yeah, you can make a case for Chet, but at the very same time, if you don't give it to Victor, that's just a very, very bad move. Like, that'll ruin the popularity of him, and we all know that Adam Silver wants a league that is ruled by Victor Wembanyama. So he's definitely winning Rookie of the Year this year. Now, tonight, it wasn't only him that played extremely, extremely well. It was also Devin Vassell, who had an absurd 31 points. Not something that you usually see from a guy like Devin Vassell. Then you also had Keldon Johnson play pretty decently, and you had Trey Jones have a near triple-double, which is not something that we have ever seen before. Guys, the pictures and the highlights from this game were absolutely crazy. I mean, I never thought that this would happen. I mean, Victor Wembanyama, we've known about him for years. LeBron, we've known about him for what seems like centuries at this point. And now they're playing each other? Wow. Just wow, guys. But now let's dive into Victor Wembanyama's stats. Because although it's all really interesting just talking about him and watching his gameplay, he's playing even better on the stat sheet because this season he's averaging 19 points and 11 rebounds, along with 3 blocks and a steal and a half per game. Guys, that is DPOY numbers. That's Rookie of the Year numbers, and that is literally all NBA numbers. I mean, 20 and 10, it doesn't matter that he's only shooting 43% from the field. He'll get that sorted out in later years. And also 28% from 3 is pretty bad. But last year, over in France, he also shot that same percentage, meaning that his shot has actually improved because NBA defense is a lot harder to score on. In fact, guys, I would say that Victor's game has translated almost perfectly from the European leagues to over here. And he's honestly just, he's him. He's him in these leagues. Meanwhile, the only other real candidate for Rookie of the Year is Chet Holmgren, who's averaging a minute less per game, but only 17 points and 8 rebounds. His shooting splits do look a lot better, 52 and 37. And his true shooting is 15% better than Victor Wembanyama, while his usage rate is way down. His blocks are also really high, averaging 2.4 a game. But guys, the hype around Victor is too real. You're not taking the Rookie of the Year award away from him. And at this point, another thing that you're not taking from anyone is the NBA title from the Los Angeles Lakers. Because they've been absolutely unstoppable this season when they need to be. I mean, we saw them step up in the in-season tournament when, money was on the line. But we've also seen them step up just so many times over the history of the game. I mean, guys, this team with obviously a big new chunk of it, but this core of the team, LeBron and AD, won an NBA Finals 4 years back. I don't think that we appreciate how little ago that was. And honestly, last year they also played really well. That Nuggets team was just absolutely unstoppable. But as we all know, it's a lot worse now. I think that the Lakers have a very, very big chance to actually win the NBA Finals this year. But it's not only me. Stephen A. Smith also said the same thing. And you know what? I don't really care what Stephen A. Smith said. I care what you guys think. So leave a comment below about who you think is winning the 2024 NBA Championship. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.